Hello there, ladies and peoples. It's time for the last race of the Banjo-Tiptup Racing All Trophy Races Tournament. All the Tip-Tups have been eliminated, and we only have two racers left, both playing banjo. On the left, Mooseman Videos. He's had a good run through the losers bracket, up, back to the final round. And Brandino on the right, who hasn't dropped a match yet. So this is a rematch between you guys. Mooseman, you were initially knocked into the losers bracket by Brandino. Uh, what are you thinking going into this race?
Um, I gotta get lucky. I mean, I got to play well, obviously, but I gotta get a failure on Brandino's part to win this. I think, but we'll see. It's tournament finals. It's easy to get nervous, and I think I'll perform the same way regardless. So I just gotta do what I gotta do.
No. Brandino, how do you feel going into this match with an undefeated score on the Diddy Kong Racing tournament matches so far?
I'm nervous, right? But just gonna do what I can. I've played this game so much, that like just gotta know when to turn it on, right? And the worst that can happen, I see it, is like something bad happens in Spaceport Alpha. But if that happens, that happens. I'm gonna move on. I can come back from that. There's a lot of inbounds you can do at that stage, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous, but most of all, I'm ready.
All right. Well, sounds like both of you guys are all good to go. So hopefully the sound sounds right. Don't think I've messed with the options too bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and just get started right into game number one. It's going to be a best of three, of course, and so there's that. The winner of this is going to win first place of $35. So that's nice. And then the runner-up, second place, will take home 10. So good luck to you both. And let's go ahead
Yeah,
and get this
GLGL.
started. You guys both ready to go?
I'm ready to
Yep.
go.
Ready.
Perfect. And I'm the only one who's not ready. I don't have my Discord window open to drag you guys out.
I just had to make sure I was on the FFL trophy. That would have been scary if I
Yeah.
started on like fucking Dragon Forest.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. Go ahead in three, two, one, go. Good luck. Alrighty. So it sounds like they're raring to go. So let's go ahead and get them started. And they'll be starting in Stardust Alley. Or Space Dust Alley. I think almost every single run I've said Stardust Alley. Anyway, both of them look pretty synced going through here. Mooseman hits his zipper, but Brandino misses it, so he's going to be behind a little bit going into the alien section. Unfortunately, didn't have a balloon to use. Ooh, but Brandino bonks on the ceiling, so that's going to kind of put a stop to his momentum. So Mooseman's probably going to take it first going into the end of this first lap. We've seen both runners do some crazy bonks off of this and that with the planes in the previous matches. And just as I say that, Mooseman takes a bonk with his plane off the tree. So hopefully we won't see too much of that. But you never know. Alright. It's just like when you're in an area, you go to do your quick zip, and then all of a sudden, oops, clip something. Anyway, both of them are almost synced, despite everything that's happened. Brandino's just a little bit ahead of Mooseman here. So he's going to be the first one out of the first lap. Oh, and Mooseman hits one of the asteroids. One of the little space dusts that are flying around. Not a great start. Manages to somehow clip through that green balloon, keeping his blue balloon. Ooh, and Brandino takes a hit on the alien ship. This is pretty intense. Some nice barrel rolls coming out of Brandino, making his way into the last tunnel on his way out, grabbing all the balloons, and he's out. Meanwhile, Mooseman is out just like a second behind him. It's definitely close coming out of the first race. All right, awkwardly switching music tracks as I did. Brandino is now starting on Dark Moon Caverns, not collecting too many bananas on the first section, only getting 5 or 3, but Mooseman gets 6. Well, I guess 5 at the same pace Brandino stopped, but he's already up to 9. So banana collection is much better for Mooseman on this one. Alright, Brandino comes to the very first loop-de-loop, hugging the right side to keep that speed up. Mooseman touching the right side, but not really sticking there. I'm not exactly sure what you need to do, but looks like Mooseman's sticking there now. Alright, lap 2. Let's see if Brandino has a much cleaner second lap. As I say that, he takes a little bit of a bonk, so probably not. Mooseman's slowly catching up, inch by inch. Again, they're probably like a second to a second and a half different here. Skidding back and forth, Brandino takes a bit of a weird turn on that one. That's probably going to end up putting him a little bit in a weird spot, but yeah, it looks like it did. Mooseman uses his 2 boosts, and now he's going to be leaving the first loop on the second lap. Hey, Greater Harpy. Alright. Both of them crossing the finish lap at the exact same time, going into their final lap. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Ooh, Brandino takes a hit on a spike ball. There's a giant minefield right in front of him. Misses the blue boost and ends up hitting one of the shield balloons. So he's going to not have that, boost that Mooseman's going to get in just a second. Unfortunately, Mooseman misses his second balloon, so he's not going to get a second boost out of this. Meanwhile, Brandino, he's waiting to boost into the loop. I don't know if that's faster than kind of doing it way before. Alright, Mooseman is out of there, and he'll be the first one into Star City. A lot of technical stuff going on in Star City. They're going to have really good swerves going through the city section. Can't fall off the bridge, of course. That's always a terrible thing to happen. Looks like Mooseman's going green boost happy. He's definitely taking it. Brandino getting way more balloons. Mooseman kind of got bullied by all the AI going around the first little section there, so didn't quite get all his potassium for the race, of course. All right. Missing the last blue balloon, so he's going to be a little bit out of there. Meanwhile, Brandino gets both balloons, so he's going to be catching up just a little, finishing just a couple seconds behind. Alright, going into the second city section, we'll see if Mooseman has just as good as one before. Maybe grabbing the blue balloon at the very end would be nice. Misses the zipper, but it looked like he had nice tight turns, other than that. So, especially right around the corner, gets the balloon, makes the turn. Brandino does the exact same thing. Both these guys are racing right at the very top of their game. I mean, I say that even though both of them had all sorts of crazy accidents happening in, Stardust Alley, but it's not Stardust Alley, Space Dust Alley. I keep doing it. Both of them had about equally terrible Space Dust Alleys. Oh, and now Brandino's waiting to use his boost right at the end, taking the break and losing a little bit of speed, but they're both in Spaceport Alpha. This is the level in Future Funland where everything comes down to it. There is the out of bounds in this level, and if one of them fails it, it's going to put the other pretty well far in the lead, I would imagine, unless they make all sorts of mistakes. Okay, Mooseman grabbing his shield, using it just so he doesn't get hit down by any of the lasers, and he's going for it. And Mooseman gets the out of bounds. Now he just has to stay out of bounds. Brandino, he's got the shield. He's going down, going all the way up. This is his setup, and he makes it out of bounds as well. So now we just have to see who's got the tighter loop out of bounds. All right, Mooseman starting his second lap. He's going around. Oh, Brandino takes a giant somersault, trying to do barrel rolls. It's really hard to tell who's navigating out of bounds better. I can't say I've ever done it myself, but both of them look like they're following their arrows pretty well. Everything looks good so far. I see arrows changing all sorts of ways. Mooseman coming up right to the end here. Brandino right behind him. And Mooseman is out of Spaceport Alpha. Brandino's out of Spaceport Alpha. They're both watching their trophy cutscenes right around the same time. And it looks like they're only like maybe 2-3 seconds apart. Maybe about 3. Let's have a look at our timers. 13, 14, 15. It's about 2.5 seconds. Alright, this is where the run starts to take a crazy turn, as we've seen in the tournament. Boulder Canyon has a lot of really big memes that can happen. Either you end up missing balloons, or the logs give you trouble, or the hovercraft's movement just kind of does whatever. It looks like both happen to... both things happen to each of the runners here. One trophy in a room with 337 on the walls. Alright, so Brandino kind of got played around by the logs on his first lap, but it looks like both of them are doing pretty well. Mooseman is up 2 bananas on Brandino. Hey Dupe SSB, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the grand final match between these two runners here. For those of you guys who weren't here in previous matches, or what I said before, it is a best of 3. Looks like Brandino's hovercraft ability has caught up to Mooseman. They're basically synced going through the last little section of Boulder Canyon, but it looks like Mooseman's had slightly better bounces. Alright, here we go. Mooseman grabbing both balloons, making it up the slope. Looks like Mooseman had a little bit of a slowdown there, so he's gonna be coming up a little bit after. Mooseman takes a little bit of a dent off the side of the wall, so Brandino's going to be the first one going into the canal on the left-hand side. Yeah, I love the music in this game. It's all great. Alright, Brandino is the first one out of Boulder Canyon. Sorry, Gage, I don't have Monkasteer. I really wish I did for this tournament. I think we could have gotten some good use out of it. Ooh, Mooseman misses the first of the zippers in the level. That's going to put him behind the AI, but he's able to get the blue balloon, so he can make it up the slope just as well. Brandino's got the nice rainbow balloon, ready to magnetize any AI that are ahead of him, which probably won't ever happen, I would hope, if he's this far ahead. Alright, and both of them finishing lap 1 right at the same time. The back and forths in this level are crazy so far. Alright, Mooseman taking a little bit of an awkward turn, it looked like. It looked like he lost a lot of speed, but he didn't really lose as much as it looked like. Either that or else Brandino bonked off something. I'm trying to, like, you know, jut my eyes back and forth as fast as I can to see what they're both doing, but oh, it looks like Mooseman had some bad luck. The minefield got left behind, so Brandino's going to take a little bit of a lead from that one. Brandino goes up the slope. Mooseman goes up the slope right after him. It's so close. A BKGR beta race. Alright, Mooseman finishes somehow. I didn't see where Brandino got lost off, but here we go, another plane level. They're starting off. Brandino starts off with a better boost than Mooseman, but we're gonna see what happens here. Looks like Mooseman's choosing to collect more bananas than Brandino, so he's lagging a little bit behind. He does have a boost though, which he's gonna use here to kind of get a little extra momentum, so hopefully he doesn't lose it. And it looks like it's zooming him far ahead. He's at 8 bananas to Brandino's 6. He's gonna be at 9, so this is a pretty good race so far. You know, Mooseman's always made a point to go for the out of bounds and windmill planes whenever he's done the level, but I think against an opponent like Brandino, I don't think he's going to. All right. Unfortunately, Mooseman took a little bit of a tumble off the windmill arm, I guess. So he's a little bit behind. However, he does have this extra blue balloon that Brandino doesn't, so that's going to rocket him ahead. He did miss the other blue balloon, but having the blue balloon burst from the previous zipper is kind of getting him along. Sorry, it's... Oh my god, Mooseman immediately like plummeted into the ground. I'm not sure what happened, but his engine was like, no. His engine said no. Alright, here we go. So Mooseman's a little bit behind because of that. Getting the plane started is such a big pain. And it looks like Mooseman's going to be going through this way one more time. Ends up missing the booster, but he's going to be able to get the blue balloon here. So I think going out of the way to get that blue balloon that Mooseman has is definitely being beneficial for him over Brandino, who's opting to not do it. Anyway, it looks like Mooseman is finishing in first place as well, and this is definitely the closest race we've had so far. They're both basically synced going into Haunted Woods, and they are synced because the menuing was a little bit better from Brandino, saving him that like half a second. This level is going to come down to who can collect their bananas the fastest and who can also handle the boost. It looks like Brandino got the second boost into the woods, and Mooseman missed it, so it's going to put him a little bit ahead. Oh, Mooseman also taking a little bit of a bump going around the first lap, putting him slightly behind. Brandino's going into the second section. He gets the first zipper, but he doesn't get the second one. They're basically trading spots, except Mooseman didn't go for it this time. It looked like he tried to brake a little early, so... Oh, it looks like Mooseman... I don't know if he put a brake on or something like that, but he didn't get so much speed going off that last zipper. Alright, here we go. Oh, Mooseman barely missing that last zipper there. Now both of them are basically at even spots because Brandino bonked a little bit, I think, on the inside. And look at that! They're finishing at exactly the same time, except I think Mooseman wasn't mashing quite as hard. Alright. Let's let the music fade out as they slowly make their way into Everfrost Peak, and then we'll go ahead and start it up. Yeah. This is the longest... This is the first time we've had a sync that's lasted this long. Both of them are basically just going ham. It's really going to come down to which runner makes a mistake first. Although both of them seem to be making the same kind of mistakes, just they keep alternating back and forth. So it's one will get ahead and then the other one will drift behind, and then, you know, it just keeps like... It just keeps going back and forth a little bit. So whoever plays well for longest, I guess, which is how it would work anyway. Anyway, Mooseman taking the balloon right across. He's going over, misses the zipper, but so does Brandino. So it looks like they're almost synced again. Brandino's a little bit ahead. Best soundtrack in game. I don't know if I like this one the best, but I think it definitely does fit the chorus for sure. Ooh, Brandino definitely managing to tie his balloons together, getting out a lot of them, you know, at the same time. Right? Mooseman going across the finish line. Brandino bonks into a tree, and Mooseman ends up getting the zipper, so that's definitely the boost he needed to get him back into the race here. I think Mooseman went for a really awkward barrel roll there, and it did end up putting him on the side of the slope, but it didn't really affect him that much, so whatever. Both the runners kind of at the same spot at the same time. Mooseman going for the zipper down there one more time, and he ends up missing the blue balloon. So that's going to put him ever so slightly behind Brandino going into Walrus Cove. And they're doing the races so easily, they're finishing the race literally right as the soundtrack is finishing, which means I don't need to loop them, saving me some time on my hands. With my hands on my mouse. I've actually never heard the DS's soundtrack before. Alrighty. And yeah, I mean, this tournament only had 9 people in it, so... Alright. Brandino gonna be finishing off the first lap in Walrus Cove, going around the right-hand side of it. The commentator needs that time save. I mean, it's not really time save because I'm doing it at the same time, but, you know. Alright, I really like the way Brandino's been chaining these boosts together. Whoa! Ends up sliding and slipping up the wall. That's a little bit bad on his part. Ends up losing a little bit of time. They're basically synced again. It's going to take one runner going off the ice, but I think Mooseman is pretty safe going off the ice. They're less than a second apart. 32-second lap, and I didn't see what Brandino's was, but it's got to be like 31.7. Something like that. I don't know. Either way, they're basically synced going off these zippers. Oh, I need to restart the track. Never mind what I said before. Mooseman going for the dip through the trees, manages to make it out. I have no idea how he clipped through those trees, but that little stunt did put him in the lead, so he's going to be going through the final stretch one more time, praying not to hit the ice or the candy cane, and he's first out of Walrus Cove. Alright, going into Snowball Valley. Looks like Mooseman's menuing was on par this time with Brandino's, so he didn't lose a bunch of time going into the track. This course all depends on what happens here, but it looks like they're going for blue boost. Runners have experimented with purple boost going through this middle section, but it just hasn't really worked out for anyone. Lucky for Brandino, he gets the zipper and the blue balloon going through that section, so we're not going to be missing any speed from him. But Mooseman still has better movement going down the tunnel. He gets another blue balloon, manages to make his vehicle just kind of keeps bumping off the same spot, and he does the exact same thing again. Just kind of bumps on the wall, goes, hits the zipper, misses the blue balloon, and ooh, I was about to say, oh man, that's a good thing for Mooseman, Brandino. Dude, they're making the same mistakes. Both of them bonked off the exact same corner. They both got flattened by the snowball. What a race! Mooseman finishing up Snowball Valley. Even though I was playing Walrus Cove music. But now we're on to Frosty Village. Mooseman is on thin ice. Nah, thin ice is Walrus Cove. There's no ice in Snowball Valley. It's all snow, Asmi. Big difference. Alright, so Mooseman first one into the forest section. I didn't see what happened to Brandino. I was too busy looking at Asmi getting owned in chat. But both of them looking like they're having pretty good laps here. Mooseman a little bit behind on Bananas, but he's definitely making up for it. Almost finishing the lap with 10. Brandino actually finishing it with 10. Mooseman going down the first section there, for some reason stops dead in his tracks halfway down the slope. I'm not really sure what causes that to happen, but there's all sorts of weird things that happen in this level with the slopes. Alright, Mooseman sporting the shield, Brandino sporting the oil slick. Unfortunately, Mooseman couldn't mash his Z button fast enough to not get hit by that spike ball with his shield. How embarrassing. Getting stuck in the water is a little bit of a pain, but you see it happen to Mooseman again. Like, he hits the flat area and immediately, like, loses control of his vehicle. I'm not sure why that happens, but it's always kind of weird to see. At least he had the blue balloon to keep it going. But anyway, those problems with the game are probably what push Brandino ahead. So Brandino comes out in first. Mooseman's about 2.5 seconds behind him. And now we're going to be seeing synced trophy cutscenes once more as we go into the worst world in the game. If anyone needs to go up and get a snack, now would be the time to do it for the next 5 minutes, as both the runners load into Whale Bay. Alright, Mooseman going out of his way to try and get the zipper across the AI, but ends up missing it totally. The AI said, no, we're going to block you. Oh, Brandino takes a little bit of a bonk off the pirate ship mast, but Mooseman has a little bit of trouble getting onto the pirate ship in the first place, so we'll see if he can grab the blue balloon, which he does. He gets zipped forward. Not that it's that big of a deal. The hovercraft movement is kind of difficult to keep track of, or keep going, like, fast. I feel like sometimes you, like, go slow, and sometimes you go fast. Whale Bay is a Chad track? I don't know. I thought Chad was a cool guy name. Yeah, I'm just really biased against the hovercraft. I think Crescent Island and Treasure Caves are great levels, but Pirates Lagoon and Whale Bay are definitely not, in my opinion. But that's just me. Whale Bay is a Kyle track. Yeah. Alright, looks like Brandino saved a lot of time on Mooseman in Whale Bay. His hovercraft movement is superior, it seems. Alright, moving on to Pirates Lagoon. Brandino going through the first lap pretty fast with all the blue balloons. Mooseman getting a little bit of a bump from his allied partners. And we'll see if Brandino makes it over the first one. Oh my god, Brandino having a really tight jump over that boulder using his blue balloon. Mooseman trying to hug the walls, grabbing the bananas, but he ends up missing all of them. This is definitely like Brandino styling on Mooseman, showing how great he is in the hovercraft. Alright, Mooseman coming into the tunnel for the second time, grabbing the blue balloon. I feel like the blue balloons are kind of like... Some of them feel like a waste in this level. Like, this one always feels nice that Brandino just hit, but a lot of them are just like, hey, grab me so you can immediately go into a zipper and then lose all that speed and then start going again, or something like that. Not super sure. Anyway, the hovercraft levels seem to be really good for Brandino. He gained a lot of time on Mooseman in that level, so that's just one of the things, I guess, that comes from practice. So as Brandino starts in on Crescent Island, Mooseman finishes Pirates Lagoon, so we can now switch to the Crescent Island music, which is absolutely wonderful. You swear you're not biased? Okay, okay. Alright, Brandino taking his first lap around the end of Crescent Island, going off the slope a little bit weird, taking a little bit of a bump. If Mooseman can do that really well, then he'll gain a bit of a lead. Mooseman's had really good movement around the end of Crescent Island, so we'll see what happens. Maybe not the middle. The pirate ship bonk there was a little bit of an oof, but yeah, see, Mooseman's got a pretty good movement down there. I don't know if it's super duper fast, but it's something alright. Alrighty. Nothing too much to say with both of them finally taking a little bit of a space between each other. Trying to keep track of every single thing both of them are doing when they're immediately neck and neck is kind of hard. Oh, Mooseman takes a bonk on the end of the course, just as I talked up how good he was at doing that turn. Commentator's curse strikes again. Brandino taking a bit of a slope up, but he's out of the course and now he's onto Treasure Caves. Will we see the super zip through the middle of Treasure Caves? I don't think we've seen it successfully done once in this entire tournament. It's been very close, but I don't think we've seen a full successful one. Anyway, Mooseman done with his Crescent Island. Alright, Brandino taking a little bit of a swerve to cut his speed, just so he can get the zipper there. Grabs all his bananas, he's up to 8. Mooseman grabbing a couple bananas, going through the middle section as well. He's going to save his zipper for going into this. Unfortunately, cuts his swerve a little too early, and he ends up missing the zipper going through the water a little bit. So now they're basically synced up, except on different laps. Yeah, Treasure Caves is probably in my top, like, 5 tracks in the game, I would say. Ooh, Brandino missing the zipper. But like I said, they're basically synced except one lap behind. The laps on this course are really fast though. So Mooseman's probably only maybe 15 seconds behind Brandino. So anything could still happen. 15 seconds is the difference between a really good and a really bad hot top volcano, probably. So we'll see what happens. Alright, Brandino starts off in Ancient Lake. The last, yeah, Hot Top Volcano is definitely going to decide this. Unless one of them decides to take a dip in the water on Jungle Falls or Fossil Canyon. That could do it too. But Brandino is basically a full lap ahead. Well, a short lap ahead on Mooseman. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, Brandino takes his turn a little bit wide, gets stuck behind Bumper. He tries to missile him out of the way, but ends up missing. We'll see what kind of times the runners get on this course. Brandino finishes just barely short of a 45 with a 44. Mooseman going through his final lap here. Ends up hitting the sand with a pretty wide turn around there. Misses the blue balloon, so I don't know if he's going to end up beating Brandino's time. Gets stuck behind TT and Diddy Kong. Finishes just on the higher side, a half a second slower than Brandino. Alright, Brandino on Fossil Canyon now. Well, he's almost done his first lap of Fossil Canyon. But going through the hardest part right here, a lot of bumps, a lot of blue balloons happening. Alright, and he gets his nice zip off the top. Unfortunately, hits it a little bit on the sloppy side and ends up touching the sand. Taking a ride on the wall. This is not a Sonic game. I think you can maybe ride on the walls in Mario Kart 8 as well. I'm not sure, that game's come out like 8 times now. You'd think there'd be a Mario Kart 9 by now. Alright, Mooseman just about at the end of his second lap. I feel like he's gained a little bit of time on Brandino. Unfortunately, just as I say that, takes a little bit of a weird turn there. And he's going to be going across the finish line in just a sec. Meanwhile, Brandino hits the zipper. Yeah, that's the one weird thing. It's just like, instead of releasing a new game, it's like the same game, you know, and Knuckles, right? Alright, Mooseman taking the final jump over. We got Jungle Falls now, which I'm going to swap to because Jungle Falls is my favorite music track in the game, and we got to listen to that music track as long as we can. Alright. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Brandino almost lands in the water, ends up missing the entrance to the tunnel, goes up the side. Oh my goodness, that was a really sloppy end to his first lap. This is a huge chance for Mooseman to gain an edge here. Brandino basically needs to have a perfect hot top volcano. Well, and Mooseman does too, but you know. Alrighty. Basically one lap behind again as Brandino goes into his final lap on Jungle Falls. Oh, Mooseman did the same thing. He missed, and now he's over, so that basically puts them back in the same spot they were before. Ooh, that's a big yikes for Mooseman. It's funny, all the mistakes these guys have made, they've basically been making the exact same mistakes. They've all been doubled. Alright, let's see if Brandino can do this. I know Brandino likes to take his out of bounds on the second blue balloon here. So we'll see what happens. And oh no, he crashes into the side! Oh no, he's gonna attempt a third one though. Here we go. Oh no, he crashes out of bounds. This is Mooseman's big chance. I know Mooseman does the 2 balloon out of bounds on the first one. He gets hit down. But what's gonna happen? Is he gonna do it? Mooseman misses the out of bounds too with the double balloon. Oh my god, this was his chance, but I don't think he's gonna get another shot. Oh, Brandino gets his out of bounds. Oh, Mooseman gets it here too, but I mean, both of them got it at basically the same time, so there isn't too much of saving. Blame it on the CPUs. Such a heartbreaking end. I feel like we were all on the edge of our seats for just a second. Oh, Mooseman, did he get it wrong way? I think he forgot to hit his checkpoint. Alright, well, Brandino's going to be finishing it up. Coming in with a 30-45. Alright, let's pull him in here. Hey, Brandino. Alright. Mooseman just going through the very end of his lap. And he's finishing... Oh! I think Mooseman missed a checkpoint. Or maybe not. Okay, he's going around. He's going around. And... time with a 31-22.
GG's.
Oh my god, GG's, you guys. What a
Holy-
crazy race.
Holy my gosh. My hands are still sweating.
Dude,
Some
okay,
memes going on in that
I
one.
I almost jumped out of my chair, Brandino, on Jungle Falls when you drove you drove along the side of the bridge and then landed next to the tunnel, and I was like, because I thought I so thought you were gonna hit the other side and land in the water, like I was just
It's
like, oh my god, and then you actually made it to the other side, and I was like, oh man, Moose Man, but then Moose Man did the same thing on his third
I did
lap.
the literally exact same thing.
It's
Yeah.
we were all from what I could tell from the commentary, at least listening, we traded every single time one of us messed up. The other one would immediately just do the same thing.
Yeah.
That was nuts, dude. I was on the edge of my seat for that whole one because I'm like, at one point I'm ahead of PB and you're only a lap behind me in every race. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
oh man, oh man.
You guys were pretty much exactly synced going into your second lap of Everfrost Peak. And then actually I think you guys were almost entirely synced going into Whale Bay. I mean, I think Brandino was a couple seconds ahead, and then Brandino
I had two really good laps in Whale Bay that probably put me ahead. I got the double balloon twice right at the end.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Brandino,
had a terrible.
you saved a shit ton of time over Mooseman in both Whale Bay and Pirates Lagoon. But I mean,
Yeah,
What's the
Pirates
other-
Lagoon was a bit messy, but I managed to make it over that hill despite messing up the jump every single time.
what are you saying, Mooseman?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I knew something had happened because I was watching and I was like, okay, I'm keeping up okay. Like I'm either a little ahead, a little behind, and then after Whale Bay happened, I'm like, okay, something happened because I'm like now I'm like a full lap behind. Because
Yeah.
until then I wasn't that far behind, but then I was trying to play catch up and I did okay, and then it was just like, there's not a whole lot of time left.
Yeah,
I
I'm
gotta
not.
tell you, when
I think
sorry.
the hovercraft tech, I think Brandino's got it down a little bit more because I saw there were a lot more slowdowns. I don't know how the hovercraft works, but it looked like Brandino was keeping his speed just a little bit more. But
Yeah.
again, I have no idea how the hovercraft works.
It's all based on when you press A after receiving any type of boost, and it's really very specific and very hard to get used to. So that's something I worked a lot on, is just maintaining boost in hover, which is like a
That's why I
whole
quit.
that's like
I
a
quit.
you could do a lecture on it.
That's why I quit playing this game because I don't have any patience for learning hover tech.
Yeah, no, I could
Literally,
totally
it's
understand
like,
that.
this is stupid.
Okay, so you guys are like maybe 15, 16 seconds apart coming out of Jungle Falls. Like both you guys kind of do the same kind of thing. I think Mooseman saved a little bit of time on you, Fossil Canyon. Going into Hot Top Volcano, Brandino misses the out of bounds twice on his lap, on his first lap, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Mooseman
Nah,
gets his balloon, misses the out of bounds, and
Yeah, I couldn't roll. I was too slow for some reason.
Yeah,
Like
well,
I thought I had a good angle, but I got shot, and then I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna still try this, I guess.
yeah. I guess it doesn't
I
help if you have to like start from zero, like
Well,
after getting the balloon.
I tried the roll and it didn't work. I mean, I know you couldn't like tell what the fuck is going on when you hit that lava, but that like I just didn't get a roll when I pressed the button.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Yeah.
That was so intense. I was so nervous because it's like I was playing near top of my game and you were just so right behind me. Every time I bonk, I'd hear, "Oh, Mooseman catches up," and I'm like, "Are you shitting me right now?" I was like, "I am playing so well right now." Oh,
It
dude,
was-
I that was insane.
It was really nice going into Crescent Island when you guys were a little bit separate, because then I had some time to like take a drink of water. Because I was
Okay, I know that-
basically
One-
nonstop
one-
talking the entire way up until that point, because it was just like you're at the exact same spot doing the same thing. So yeah.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
Last week we had we just finished out the DKR time trials tournament for the summer,
Yep.
and I commentated a race between the top two. I don't know. He's known top 4 and top 2 time trialers, and it was the most insane race of my life. Like I couldn't I was gonna get lightheaded for how hype I was getting and like how much I couldn't stop talking. It's like they were neck and neck the whole time, and crazy stuff would be happening, but they'd both be doing it. It's the same kind of stuff.
Yeah. So what is a time trial tournament? Is it just like single course? Like
Well, let me tell you, we just had it. So, the time trials tournament. The basic idea is you're up against an opponent, and we started. I forget what the first stage was, but we did a first stage where everybody we had a group stage. It was like groups of 4. Everybody was paired together, and those people had to race round robin, and then like point leaders from that moved on to a bracket. Um, but the way a time trials race works is you flip a coin at the beginning of the match, and a player can choose to either ban a stage or pick the first stage. Most people choose
Okay.
to ban because it's easier to get rid of something, and they'll do that. The goal is to win. I think it's win by 2 or something. I forget. And
Okay.
there
And you
you could do
basically
like a
just
total of like 13 so matches, and they're all in different levels. You pick the level. Whoever's picking picks the level and the vehicle.
okay.
It's a
And then
pretty
you
fun
just
tournament.
you like counterpick like stages against each other, like
Yeah.
loser pick
Only the
wins
loser
scores.
can pick though. That's what makes it different. So winner can never pick. So you can never play to your own strength if you're
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah.
It's usually the job of the loser to figure out how to mess you up.
That's really cool. Sounds like a cool
Yeah,
idea.
it is. If I could plug it real quick, we have a DKR 64 races channel. If you guys like the races that you see here, and we have a lot of fun there. We just finished the Chime Trial tournament, so there probably isn't going to be much there for a while. But if you're interested in more of this stuff, we're going to have more of it eventually.
And what's the Twitch channel?
It is DKR 64 races at twitch.tv.
Nice.
Thank
Okay.
you for letting me plug that.
Oh yeah, no problem. Are you guys ready to start your second race?
Yeah, let me
Yep.
reset my timer here. Do you want us to resync timers, or are you just going to go for it?
No, you guys won't be desynced at all. So, hey, Clinette.
I am just about ready whenever y'all are.
Ready.
You're ready? Okay, let me get my Space Dust Alley music started up again so we can go from the beginning. And I didn't have either of you guys' sound effects on during the race too, so I just need to blow this fan in my face for like a second. It's really hot where I'm at, so.
It got so hot where I'm at during one race. I lost a little bit of time in Treasure Caves because I had to turn around and put on my air conditioner.
Yeah.
It was just too hot.
Oh yeah, before we start, I am actually gonna add I'm gonna add a channel to the BTTV emotes here. I had a request. Sorry for the hold up. Okay, there we go. For the people in the chat, if you refresh, you will now be able to use Monka Steer.
Oh yes, I love that emote so much.
Yeah. So
That one is so good for stuff like this for Diddy Kong Racing, especially when one of us when it inevitably one of us bonks into a wall or veers the wrong way. That's Monka Steer material.
yeah. Just need to make sure. I did hit the ad, right? I'm pretty sure I did.
We can take some time for it to kick in.
About switching to Tip-Top for this, but I thought no, let's not mess up the mojo with Banjo right now. Plus, Tip-Top's plane is something to be desired.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started now that I feel like I've aired myself out a little bit. Okay,
All right.
get ready. Get ready, and we'll go ahead and start up round 2. Just let me know. You guys both ready?
I
Yep.
am ready.
Okay. Good luck to you both. I hope it's another good one. So this could be
Yeah, GL Moose Man.
potentially the last match of the tournament. So good luck to you both. Get ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, and off they go, and hopefully we have a just as exciting race the second time around. And let's go ahead and get them all synced and started. And there they go. Alright, let's actually get some sound effects going. So we'll use Brandino so you can actually hear the AI, the boost, the zips, and the bananas. Nice. Alright, Mooseman's starting off a little bit on the awkward side, gets a little bit of a bonk on the tree. But hopefully that's for some reason I can't remember what I was gonna say. Hopefully he'll be able to catch it up a little bit. Meanwhile, we got Brandino coming around the edge here. He's got a good lead into his second lap. Mooseman managing to hit the boost. He gets his balloon. He uses it right away. It almost looked like he was going to clip the side, but didn't end up doing it. And now he's got hit by the alien ship. Meanwhile, Brandino uses balloons. He's going on to his third lap. And Mooseman almost making it. Yeah, now Mooseman's starting his lap. Brandino has the blue balloon burst to use, going through the alien ship part. Mooseman uses it slightly before, ends up taking a barrel roll directly into the ship. Doesn't end up hitting it this time. I feel like Brandino's had a very, very good Space Dust Alley on the start of this tournament here, and he's going to be finishing it out, heading onto Dark Moon Caverns. Mooseman just behind him uses one blue balloon, uses a second blue balloon, and he's starting it now too. There aren't enough FGC memers in the speedrun community. I try and retweet what I can. Just gotta wait for all those Nicktoons, Smash Bros memes to get hot, hot, hot. Stardust Alley. Did I say Stardust Alley again, or did I actually say Space Dust Alley? Alrighty. Brandino going around his second loop, finishing his first lap of Dark Moon Caverns. Meanwhile, Mooseman just making it up to it. They're not too far behind. One bonk is all it takes to kind of catch it up. Mooseman did have a very hard start to... Wow, I actually said Space Dust Alley. I can't believe it. Even though I know that Space Dust Alley is right, it still sounds wrong to say it. I don't know why. I just feel like saying... Ooh, Mooseman taking the corner a little bit too tight using that blue balloon, ends up bonking on the tiny little corner that's there. Alrighty. Brandino coming around the mid part of his second lap. I don't know if this is the exact middle of the stage, but it always feels like the middle because it's a big, nice and open space. And it looks like the bonks have been a little bit plentiful. Mooseman does seem to be gaining a little bit of space on Brandino every turn. And I mean, I think Mooseman did have a little bit better of a future Funland in the first tournament race, or in the first tournament match. I mean, but it just kind of depends. Like, both the runners are definitely playing at the tops of their games, so it's really hard to tell what is, like, you know, who's better at what when they're both kind of doing the same things. Brandino taking a zip on that first zipper, accidentally bonks onto the wall, taking a little bit too tight. Mooseman coming up the slope, he's grabbing his bananas, he's at 6, Brandino's at 6. Mooseman using the boost as soon as he gets it. Now he's going to be moving into the city section, the downtown area. Brandino with very nice swerves. I think he hit the blue balloon. He must have, because I thought that boost looked a little fast. Unfortunately, Mooseman misses it. so he's not going to get that extra boost coming off the end of the level. Alright, Mooseman taking a nice speed boost up the slope, even with 10 bananas, manages to stay online. Misses the blue balloon again. He's got to stop missing those blue balloons. Otherwise, he's just going to fall behind Brandino, who doesn't seem to be missing them at all. Brandino going up with 2 blue balloons, chaining them all together, making an actual, like, you know, a huge, huge boost up the slope. Alrighty, going into the last downtown section for Brandino. He's got a nice shield protecting him from the dangers of the AI, who are on the exact opposite side of the level. Mooseman unfortunately bounces directly over top of the zipper, not able to get that one zip through the city. Manages to get the last blue balloon in place there, so he's coming out, and he's going to be finishing his last lap there. And it looks like we finally have Monkasteer live and loaded. Everyone feel free to use it. It does take a second to update, it seems, after all. I don't have the capitalized version. It's all in little letters. I'll work on getting the better version eventually. This is just a placeholder. All right, Brandino misses the out of bounds. This could be Mooseman's big chance to catch up. He gets the out of bounds. This is big for Mooseman. He's got to keep this lead now. As long as he doesn't accidentally clip back in bounds or something dumb like that. But, I mean, it could happen. Not necessarily. There's always mistakes that could happen, Captain Dinkpot. I mean, this will give Mooseman a huge advantage, though. One lap is... one lap is still pretty big, though. Brandino will be able to get it here, though, so... Oh my god! Brandino missed it again! Oh no! That's really bad for Brandino. Oh man, Brandino taking a spill. This could be this could be over. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be really hard for Brandino to catch up. Mooseman is getting his trophy. Brandino still has a full lap of Spaceport Alpha to go. This isn't the kind of win we wanted to see, but I mean, when you're down 1-0 in or when you're down 0-1, I guess, in the grand final match, you kind of got to take what you can get, right? Alright, looks like Brandino's still going for it, even though he's just barely got to get it out. It looks like he does it, so he's got some good practice for the last race. And he's not even going down. He's just, you know, straight up, just going straight for the finish line. Brandino's throwing for content. I don't know, it looked pretty convincing. Alright, let's go get our nice Boulder Canyon music up. Alright, Mooseman taking a little bit of a bumpy path in Boulder Canyon, getting stuck on the log, almost getting pushed in the wrong direction. Not the Boulder Canyon lap he would have wanted to have against Brandino if they were on the same pace. It is best of 3, yes, Claire. And right now Brandino is up 1-0 on Mooseman. And he's also up 1 lap on, or Mooseman's up 1 lap on Brandino on a stage that has a pretty fairly large lap, so this definitely does make it exciting. Like I said, Brandino is going to have to be fighting for his life on this one. Yep. Alright, Mooseman going forward, missing the blue balloon, and he ends up taking a little bit of a bonk turn off that one. Ooh, Brandino misses the blue balloon. You could hear the little tip-top horn honking. Alright, Mooseman taking a little bit of a bump on there. Luckily had a blue balloon to kind of get him back on track. Not about as far ahead as he would have been, but about 40 seconds behind. That's about the time that they were finished, or that's about the time apart they finished in their first race. So yeah, if you press the Z button when you try and shoot a balloon, but you don't have a balloon, you honk your horn. And I don't know why I said tip-top horn. He's not even playing tip-top. I thought I saw tip-top on my screen, but I don't even know if the horn sounds different when you're different characters. Oh my god, Mooseman taking a boost and going way off the side there. Ooh, yikes. He needs to stay as on track as he can, making use of this advantage that he's gained. Alright, the AI busting up Mooseman's tracks a little bit, and he's just slightly less than a lap ahead of Brandino in Greenwood Village's second lap. It does sound different? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I said Tip-Tup horn then. Maybe it's because I thought it sounded like Tip-Tup, I don't know. Alright, looks like Brandino kind of did the same thing that Mooseman did and kind of wound it up getting stuck on the side there. Brandino did it for the second lap in a row, too, so it's kind of weird. All the characters have unique horn sounds? Yeah, I thought so. Alright, Mooseman going across the finish line on his last lap, taking a little bit of a bonk. They're about the same, they're both, I can't even talk. They're both the same spot in the level, one lap apart from each other. I finally said it. Alright. Mooseman has made a point at going for windmill planes out of bounds in every race he's done in this tournament so far. With this crazy lead on Brandino, is he going to attempt it? I think most people would say no. Are you crazy? What are you talking about? But, you never know. I don't think he's gonna go for it though. That would be a huge disrespect to your opponent. Alright, Mooseman going around here doing his usual chaining of the blue balloons, going through. Hopefully he gets this blue balloon here, and he does. He's got 8 bananas, 9 now, counting that one, and he could have 10 in a second. He doesn't, because somehow the wing didn't pick it up. I don't know how that works, but either way, you can hear Crunch's horn in DKC3. I've actually never played as Crunch, so I don't know what his horn sounds like. I've only ever played as Tip-Tup. Well, I guess I've played other characters, but I haven't played any character nearly as much as I have played Tip-Tup. Alright. I wish this world had more music tracks for its levels instead of using the exact same track for 3 of its levels, but, you know, that's just how this game rolls, right? Whoa, I thought Mooseman was going to take a dive down, but he ended up saving it. Alright, Brandino taking a little bit of a path over. I don't know if he missed the boost or if he was going for something different, but oh my god, Mooseman's having a great windmill planes. Brandino coming around, just starting his final lap, making use of all the barrels he can in this section. Going through here, he's getting the balloon. I don't think he got that balloon once in any of the other ones. Or maybe he did and he just used it right away like that. Either way, Mooseman's starting at Haunted Woods now. Nice fast track. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan next to me, but it had to be turned on. Alright, Mooseman going around the first corner, just collecting balloons. Stops a little bit too early, so he didn't get any balloons, but that's okay, because there's plenty to go in this level. And it is so short that it's like, well, you'll get some eventually. Alright, Mooseman starting up lap 2. He's going to be about 2.5 laps in before Brandino ends up starting. Mooseman taking a nice tight corner. I guess it's nice to, or it would be good to not take the risk getting the second zipper. But, I mean, if you could get it, then it would probably be good. Brandino has a lot of bananas going out of the end of that first section. Then again, I guess there isn't a whole lot to collect in the second half anyway, so... Whoa! Mooseman taking a huge leap there. Still just over 1 lap behind on this stage. I guess it's hard to say, oh yeah, he's 1 lap behind here, he's not 1 lap behind here now, but all the stages have different lengths, so you never know, right? Alright, Mooseman has finished Haunted Woods, and he's going to be moving on to Sherbet Island. Going to get a little bit of a start over Brandino going into Everfrost Peak, which we're going to start this music for right away. Yeah. Boulder Canyon has a unique song? You know, I thought that, but in this sound pack I don't have a Boulder Canyon. Then again, the tracks do go straight from 16 to 18 with Frosty Village and then Greenwood Village, Windmill Plains, so I guess it's probably just missing. Or maybe the track was too short, because I cut out all the tracks that were less than a minute long. Maybe Boulder Canyon is just a really short loop, and that's why I don't have it. So I just use the other one. Anyways, Mooseman swerving a little bit everywhere. This would be a good time to use Monka Steer in Everfrost Peak. Brandino taking a nice straight path. Wow, getting the zipper too. Oh, that's right. I forgot. There's 2 tracks for Boulder Canyon. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That's probably why I deleted the tracks, because it has an A and a B. Alright, Brandino trying to gain as much time as he can, trying to hit every boost he can. Unfortunately, he missed the one on the ground. Mooseman going for the blue balloon, saying screw you to the zipper. He's going to go straight for the zipper on the ground, use the blue balloon, and he's going to be out of here. Moving on to Walrus Cove. Still got a good lead on Brandino. Hopefully he can keep it up through Crescent, or not Crescent Island, through Sherbert Island. He did end up losing a bunch of time to Brandino, but hopefully Brandino sharing his secret of the hovercraft's movement will help Mooseman be able to kind of get through Whale Bay as optimally as he can to keep his lead. Oh no, Mooseman taking a bit of a spill on the end of Walrus Cove, but that's okay. Okay, that's really cool. I imagine Diddy Kong Racing DS also adds some tracks too. It's not just like the same game, is it? Or is it just like Upward? Alright, Brandino just going around the second. Oh, Mooseman taking a green boost. Or a purple boost off that zipper just so he won't like miss the balloons. Getting a nice setup to use the double balloons. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Alrighty, Brandino's just flying through Walrus Cove, trying to get his position back. Unfortunately, Mooseman's having a really good Walrus Cove himself too, so he's going to be finishing it up in just a sec. No fall behind here. Alright, Brandino almost near the end. He's just going around his last tree section, I guess you could call it. I don't really know what to call this section. The big Nintendo graffiti on the side of the on the side of the cave there. Oh, Mooseman ends up missing that blue balloon because Tip-Tup is such a stinker. Going through the middle section, he ends up getting a shield, no zip through the middle of Snowball Valley, taking a bit of a whack off the wall, misses like almost every blue balloon on that lap, but he's still 1 full lap ahead, so let's see if he can keep that up. Going into the second lap, there's no more AI in his way, so hopefully Mooseman will have a better time. Wow, he uses his blue balloon, gets another blue balloon, ends up, I think he used it before he hit that red balloon, but I think it might have been close. I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like he gained a whole lot of speed, so. Anyway, Brandino having to avoid an oil slick on the ground. He gets a nice blue balloon burst, ends up missing the other one. Mooseman misses that one too, and we had just went through the entire level with Walrus Cove music. Kind of reminds me of last time. Let's go straight into Frosty Village. They changed Jungle Falls. I mean, Jungle Falls is like, I don't know, I love that music. Jungle Falls is like my favorite music track in the game. Next to like, I don't know, I really like Crescent Island music. Crescent Islands / credits. And of course everyone loves Hot Top Volcano. Just because of the crazy chanting. Alright, let's see if Mooseman has the same kind of thing. Yep, same thing happened to Mooseman every single time. He goes off that zipper, hits the like side of the course, and then just ends up like losing all of his speed. I think he needs to start hitting it sideways or something like that. Oh, okay. That's kind of sad. Alright, let's see if it happens to Mooseman again. Oh, Mooseman manages to make it through. Maybe he used his blue balloon a little bit early. I'm not exactly sure what happened because I could have sworn he had a blue balloon. Wow, a lot of mines on Mooseman's side. Brandino taking that corner a little bit tight, which is weird because you'd think you would never take that corner tight. But he ends up taking a bonk anyway. Mooseman going into the last zipper, and now he's out of Frosty Village. He's ready to go onto Sherbet Island. Brandino going through the last forest section, using a shield just in case any mines get in his way, which one did, so thank God he had the shield on him. And now he's going to be finishing in just a second. All he has to do is get around Pipsy, takes a bump off Pipsy, knocking him back a couple frames maybe, but now he's out of there. Alright, Mooseman attempting to go for the first zipper in Whale Bay, but gets ousted by his AI. His AI rivals. And now he's going to be climbing the whale onto the ship, grabbing a few bananas here and there. And now he's pretty much done his first lap. Meanwhile, Brandino just crossing the finish line. Mooseman ends up missing his blue balloon right at the end of the course. But he's got great movement in the hovercraft, Brandino. He definitely knows how to handle it well. Like he said, you could hold a lecture on the way the hovercraft moves. So I think he's definitely well versed enough to teach that lecture, I would say. Alright, Mooseman coming around the bend. He's got a blue balloon. He's going around to the pirate ship one last time. Brandino looks like he's just flying through the level, though. I think he's definitely been gaining a little bit of time here, but I mean, he still is almost a full lap behind. Mooseman does have a very good end to his course, though, hitting the zipper followed by the blue balloon. Meanwhile, Brandino, he's just entering the pirate ship. Meanwhile, we got Pirates Lagoon coming up, and where even are these tracks? There it is. Instead of playing Whale Bay, I think I just played Frosty, or I think I played it another Walrus Cove again. I'm not really sure what I was doing there, but we'll see. Anyway, Mooseman just about finished his first lap of Pirates Lagoon while I was looking for the proper music track to play, and I feel like it's really loud now, so let me turn that down for y'all. Brandino going through his near to the end of his first lap, not slowing down for anything. He wants to catch up. He feels it. He knows that he's got to win this. Mooseman, however, on the other hand, saying, nah, dude, I'm in the lead. I ain't falling behind to anyone here. Taking a blue balloon burst. That was a very nice end of the lap for Mooseman. I think this is the shortest course. I was about to say the shortest course in Sherbet Island, but I actually think that Treasure Caves is probably a little bit shorter. I'm actually not sure which course is shorter. I feel like Treasure Caves is shorter. But, don't quote me on that. Anyway, Mooseman, he's out of Pirates Lagoon. Very well done compared to the last race. He's definitely keeping his time up. However, ooh, Brandino losing a little bit too much speed on that last lap, and now he's going to be finishing as well. Going into Crescent Island, Brandino's definitely caught up a lot of time on Mooseman. He's only, like, what does it say according to the timer? Like 11 seconds behind now, so he's definitely, like, he's definitely pushing his pedals all the way to the max. Alright, Mooseman has all the bananas he needs. He's taking a nice lap around. Hopefully Mooseman won't take any bonks around the course like he did last time. That would definitely be not the greatest. Oh, ends up taking the corner a little bit sharp at the end. Brandino does, but I think he's done that almost every lap on the course. So, meanwhile, Mooseman coming up to the end. He's doing a nice clean one. A little bit slower, I think, but it's still faster than taking a little bump. And not in the drug sense, you know. Brandino coming up on his last lap again, taking a little bit of a bump over again, but still not doing too terribly behind Mooseman. Mooseman now coming up to the very end, takes a nice clean turn all the way through the end. I really like how Mooseman handles the end of Crescent Island. It just looks good every time. Mooseman barely missing the zipper again on Crescent Island, or on Treasure Caves. The AI really like kind of playing around with him. Oh no, Mooseman ends up hitting the water. Definitely not what he wants to be doing. He's got 9 bananas. He's good to go, and he's going to be entering his final lap here. Brandino going through the middle section. Time is ticking ever slower. Didn't drift properly in the pirate ship on lap 1. Oh, was that Brandino? I guess that's why he fell a little bit further behind. Mooseman now ahead 16 seconds instead of 9, saving a little bit of time here and there. I feel like Mooseman's plane and car are pretty good. I mean, both of them are playing like super at the top of their game. But I definitely think that Brandino has much better hovercraft movement in general. Alright, Brandino missing the zipper on the second lap of Treasure Caves. So they're both going to be going into Dino Domain. Again, it's going to come down to Hot Top Volcano. I think there's a little bit of leeway to be had, but it's definitely going to be close. Alright, Mooseman taking off with a nice blue burst. Using his zipper again, or using his balloon again. Balloon again, duh. Swerving into the balloons. I don't know how people can do it. I always end up missing the balloons. Wow, I thought that was going to be a red balloon for sure, but Mooseman didn't. He was ready to mash that Z button as soon as he landed into the blue balloon. He's going to be ending... Oh no, he's still got one more lap to go in his Ancient Lake. Unfortunately, doesn't let go of his accelerator as he uses his boost to end up getting an orange boost followed by a purple one. Not getting messed around by Conker. Going over here, landing, and he's going to be finishing that with a 47. Hey, Rage Cage. The Banjos do be racing. They do be racing. Alright, Brandino finishing up with a 44, saving like 3 seconds. Alright, Mooseman coming around the bend on Fossil Canyon. This is another one of those races that's just like down to like the edge of your seat kind of thing. Like, I keep watching both, just waiting for someone. Every little thing matters. Every like little edge they miss, every balloon they miss, every zipper they don't take optimally. Oh, thanks for the sub, Rage Cage. I didn't even see that. One day I'll get an icon for that. Alright. Whoa, Banjo taking the big sideways jump off the slope. I really love when that happens. I don't know why it happens, but I really love when it happens. Whoa! Oh my god, Brandino took a sideways jump one step too far. He was like, I know how it happens. Here, watch this. And then he takes a swerve way off to the left. Unfortunately for him, that's just going to help Mooseman secure his lead a little bit more. But again, it's all going to come down to Hot Top Volcano, so we're going to see what happens. Mooseman gets the blue balloon, ends up swerving in the way of it. I don't know if it was so worth because of what happened afterwards, but he's got the blue balloon. He's going to be out of Fossil Canyon now, and we're going on to Jungle Falls. Meanwhile, Brandino just finishing up Jungle Falls himself. He hits an invisible oil slick. I'm not really sure where that came from, but he hit it somehow, and he's going to be flying into the finish line. Alright, we saw both runners mess up at the same spot on Jungle Falls this time. We'll see if they can have real clean laps this time, but who knows. Anything can happen in a race. Alright, here we go. Mooseman finishing up with his lap 2. Oh no, Brandino falls off the bridge. Oh no, that's always terrible to see. Alright, Mooseman swerving into the bridge. He's got the momentum. He knows nothing's going to stop too much. Yeah, it drifted way too much. Alright, Mooseman coming in on the end of his second lap. He's over the bridge. All he has to do is pass over the water one more time. Or, sorry, I was talking about Brandino. He's got to pass over the water one more time. Mooseman has already done it. He's gone. He's over the finish line. Now he just needs to go ahead and have a nice hot top volcano. It's one of those races. If the same thing happens this time, what happened last time, then it could spell trouble, but we'll see. Mooseman's going for it. He's got the double balloon. He's going down, and he gets the barrel roll, and he is out of bounds. Now all he has to do is stay out of bounds, and hopefully he'll have a good lap. Meanwhile, Brandino collecting a few more bananas. He's going for the out of bounds as well. Oh, misses his out of bounds, but he's going for the second balloon. Ends up missing the second balloon. Oh, and he's going to have to take the slow first lap around. So, uh-oh. Mooseman has a wrong way. He's going to go back. Okay, Brandino might still be able... Oh, he's out of bounds now, too. Oh my god, this is actually really close. I think Brandino does have more bananas. Oh no, they finished the final lap at the same time. I think Brandino might have this. He's got more bananas. He's taking a much faster, straighter path. And we coming up to the final seconds here. Brandino's already taken his time, and finish for Brandino with a 31:02. What a crazy story. Finish with Mooseman, 31:08. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was the craziest catch-up I ever saw.
Oh man, how about that one?
Alright, you guys. GG's.
My A button was jammed in the whole time. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
That was nuts. I probably hurt my neck with the way I was craning to the TV, man.
Was it? It was jammed in, like, from the start?
From like it was not good, and then it got a lot worse around Everfrost, and I literally couldn't do anything because like every single A press was like free A press or was not coming back up.
Yeah,
that's why I was missing starts and missing balloons and bullshit.
Yeah, because I saw that in I think it was in Ancient Lake. I saw you got those two slow boosts in a row, and I was just like,
No, yeah, it's so fucking dumb because I was like, I'm sitting there and I can't do anything. Like I should have just fucking changed controllers, but it was too late, and I just again my that's why I'm sitting there in fucking hot top volcano doing my flips and I'm not going anywhere because my A button's stuck down.
oh yeah.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, because that was my race. It did not happen.
I mean, hey, even with a stuck A button, that was insane.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I was doing everything I could.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. I thought that I figured it was probably gonna come down a hot top volcano. Then when Mooseman got the out of bounds right away, it was like okay. But then I saw you got the wrong way, and I was just like, oh no. But
Yeah.
especially after Brandino's Jungle Falls, that was a little bit of a
that bridge hates me right now on my
unfortunate.
first laps.
Something that really hates Mooseman that I saw in every single lap is that ledge on Frosty Village. Like right after you go down, every single time you went off that zipper, I saw you hit that ledge and immediately lost all your speed. And I have no idea why that was happening.
In what level?
In Frosty Village.
Oh, because I just wasn't pressing the button early enough for that boost. I know what you're talking about.
Well,
'Cause
I mean,
Were you snapping back to the ground while you were flying? If so, it might have just been the direction you were holding.
well,
I don't
it's
know.
it's
If you
when you go off the boost at the very top of the hill in Frosty Village, you like go down and then there's that flat part right before the second part of the hill. Mooseman was hitting the flat part of it and just immediately all the momentum was just gone. I think that happened
That's
in every race on like both of your guys' matches.
that's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely something that I was just like, I feel like there's like a magnet underneath the snow or something like that.
I once the spaceport failed happened for the second time, I was like, okay, I don't think I can bring this back, but I just need to keep pushing because who knows? Um, and that was
Yeah.
just nuts. I was fighting for my life in that race, man.
Yeah, again, you did save a bunch of time on Whale Bay and Pirates Lagoon, but then you did lose a bunch of time in Crescent Island because the way Mooseman handles the end of the level was just a lot cleaner overall. Like the little swerve around that little hole in the middle.
Yeah, I never get that right.
Yeah,
It's
and
always a
I
kind of a YOLO thing. I go for it, and if I get it, otherwise, usually end up bouncing around on the hill in some fashion. It's really hard to snake your way through there.
yeah. So and then I don't know, same kind of treasure caves.
Yeah.
But yeah, this sorry about the second Moose Man, but I gotta say, this match was definitely the most entertaining match of the whole tournament
Yeah,
for
it was
me.
fun. I wish I hadn't had technical issues, but that's why I'm just mad about that because I should
Yeah,
just change the controller out. But whatever.
Yeah, I was on my toes for the whole race. Basically every mistake, I was like, okay, well, there's another bit he catches up because it's like, oh my gosh. And every time I was like, yeah, I think I'm playing great. I hear over the video, I hear like I was listening on my phone and I just hear GDO praising the way you're playing, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, can't give me a break.
yeah. I mean, I
I
was
was like, I'm
watching.
doing my damn best.
Yeah, I was watching Moose Man, but I mean, for the most part, I think you were staying almost for a lot of it, you were staying almost the same position behind Moose Man. I think your forte in the races in your guys' specific matchup was definitely Sherbert Island, but there was I was saying there was a lot of swerving happening on Moose Man's side and Everfrost Peak, so I think you saved a little bit of time there, but I mean I don't know, Moose Man had pretty
Frost
clean
was
levels.
for me, Everfrost was like that was some of the fastest I was going in that whole race. Honest to God, I got a huge gold there, and I was getting TT laps with Banjo. I was trying to haul ass on Everfrost. I was like, this is the level where I can catch up. There's so much boost
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I think I said early on, like if you don't go YOLO, it's just there's
Yeah,
nothing you can do.
I can't overstate how like. Oh man, I that was just so nerve wracking. I was in the zone the whole time, staring at the TV. I was diving every time the plane would, like in my chair. I was just so excited.
Yeah, so congratulations, Brandino, for first place in the Banjo-Tiptup Racing All Trophy Races tournament. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Mooseman, for second. I will dole out the prizes afterwards, and that'll be the end of this tournament. I know soon, in the near future, we're going to be having the first and second place match, the grand final, if you will, of the Banjo Tooie Challenge Series race between Emo, Arbiter, and Gogo. I think. I think it's them. So that'll be happening. That'll be happening sooner than later, but we'll find out when soon. The beginning of the Banjo-Kazooie 100% No FFM tournament, as me just says, is beginning in August. So if you're interested in playing Banjo-Kazooie No FFM, then join that tournament because I'm sure it'll be just as great. And it'll be hosted by Asmi and Haganator, so I'm sure it'll be scuffed as usual. And then I know that Giant Jigglypuff wants to have an exhibition for the Banjo-Kazooie randomizer ROM hack that he's made, but
Oh,
I
that'd be
don't
great.
I don't know if it's fully operational yet. I think there were still some bugs to work out with that. So once that all gets up and ready, that'll be a thing too. So I don't know when the next non-banjo thing is going to be happening here. I know Lolloway was saying, "Hey, what about a Majora's Mask randomizer tournament for banjo?" But I don't.
You.
I told him, "Well, I like Majora's Mask randomizer, but I told him
Dude.
if you can get 8 people, then sure, but if not, then no." So
To be fair, I never played a randomizer in Majora's Mask. Just thinking about it kind of makes me.
yeah, it's definitely a lot more thinking involved in that one than Ocarina of Time, but it's still fun. I think it's a little longer too, but I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time. But yeah, that's kind of what I said to him too. I was just like, if you can find people who are interested, sure, but I doubt you will.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so anyway, I'm out of here. I hope you guys both had fun in the tournament. Did you guys
Oh
have
yeah,
any last things to say in regards to the past couple months?
Moose Man, if you want to go first.
No, it was fun. Good games, everybody. It was neat to play this game again. Again, I didn't really play it a whole lot when I played. I grinded like a really short period of time of this game for I think it was like 3 years ago. So it was fun to kind of come back to this game and do something that was a little bit something I had to think about and try at, but not like just grinding runs. So that's always nice to be able to do. So that's it for me.
So I really appreciate this tournament being held. I had a lot of fun, and I was really happy to get a bunch of people to play the game who might not have played the game otherwise, or just, it's cool to see Moose Man in action here. You were so good throughout this whole tournament.
Yeah, I was
Seriously.
happy. Overall, I was happy with how I played. Besides that first match between you, where I missed the Spaceport Alpha, and I just really couldn't get my grip together afterwards. But all my other races were fine, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, it was great to watch everybody play. I really enjoyed being a part of this, and yeah, I mean, thank you so much for hosting it again. Diddy Kong Racing is good game. Thumbs up.
Very, very good game. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you on the next event. We actually, one more thing. We actually have a calendar on the stream that Cole got set up with the Banjo, the race channel. So whenever races are put in the Discord, they'll actually appear on a Discord, on like a Google Calendar, and that'll sync up to the thing. So we actually have an up-to-date calendar on the stream now. So you guys can go to that whenever you want to see, so you don't have to always join the Discord and stuff. So anyway, but do that anyway. Okay, bye guys.
See you all later.
Bye. Thank you guys.